This is the 2022 ROG STRIX SCAR 17 with 12th Gen Intel Core processor and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 30 series laptop's graphics card. I have been waiting for this ever since the official announcement a few weeks back. With Intel finally moving away from Skylake architecture, the 12th Gen desktop CPUs has shown excellent performance increment, and I certainly hope to see the same on the laptop counterpart. Starting with the design, the SCAR 17 got a minor facelift for this generation. While the overall look and structure may be the same as the predecessor, what really has changed is the lid design. Gone is the dot matrix ROG motif wall of text, and now it's being replaced with a ROG strip with the logos on it. This looks more classy and clean compared to what we had previously. The same strip is being replicated on the keyboard deck as well, separating the opaque and transparent parts. The plastic keyboard deck will show smudges easily, which means you will have to wipe it more often than you would like. The left display hinge is customizable. So what we have here is a piece of plastic that covers the hinge. ROG has included an additional 2 pieces of hinge cover, and you can even download the template, 3D template, if you want to create your own hinge cover for it. For those who love RGB, the STRIX SCAR is the perfect laptop for you. Apart from the keyboard per key RGB, you will also find RGB illumination, including the RGB strip at the bottom and one underneath the display. This time, I like how they have changed the ROG logo on the lid to become some sort of bezel or outer glow kind of effect from that. So instead of last time we have an entire logo lit up, now you just have an outer glow. It looks really nice, and if you look closely at it, they have some sort of special diffuser on top of it, and basically it has a subtle RGB yet still keep everything looks classy and nice. There are pros and cons for this kind of hinge design. By limiting the hinge opening angle, as you can see, this is pretty much the limit you can go. You can actually put ports at the back of the laptop. So on the left, you will find 2 USB Type-A ports and 1 3.5mm combo audio jack. At the back is most of the ports located at 2 USB Type-C ports, one of it supporting Thunderbolt 4, while the other one supports power delivery and G-Sync. There's also a full-size HDMI 2.1 and 2.5 gigabit LAN port at the back. You can either charge the SCAR 17 through the barrel charging port or through the USB Type-C with PD supported charger. The right side is kept empty and exclusive for the hot air exhaust, and there is this NFC enabled, well, ROG calls it This is a special keystone or NFC token that you can pair with a specific user profile for it. So whenever you dock this token, it will load the profile. Through the Armoury Crate app, you can enable Shadow Drive to keep some of your private files safe. ROG decides to stay with the default rubber dome keyboard for the 2022 SCAR 17 after a failed experiment with the opto-mechanical keyboard for the 2021 SCAR 17. There are 2 reasons why that keyboard failed. Number 1, it has a horrible key layout. Number 2, they went with a clicky tactile switch instead of linear. ROG stopped giving gamers clicky tactile switches, so I'm glad that they have switched back. The glass trackpad has a large tracking surface area, excellent to be used for normal web browsing and navigations. The clicking mechanism is one of the best out there, especially for a Windows laptop. There are 2 screens variants available for the SCAR 17, either Full HD 360Hz or Quad HD 240Hz. Personally, I think the Quad HD 240Hz screen makes more sense for 99% of the users out there. First of all, I doubt most of you could tell the difference between 360Hz and 240Hz. Secondly, even if you can tell them apart, why would you need a 360Hz screen? Thirdly, QHD is sharper and crispier details compared with Full HD. On top of that, the color reproduction is excellent at almost 100% DCI-P3. I did not expect this because most of the time, high refresh rate displays has subpar color reproduction. What is missing here is NVIDIA G-Sync for the internal monitor. So what you get is adaptive sync. Something noteworthy is ROG finally introduces Mux switch to the SCAR 17. Through the Armoury crate, you can choose whether if you want to use hybrid GPU or just the dedicated NVIDIA GPU. There are pros and cons, which is hybrid allows a longer battery life, while dedicated mode allows a higher performance while gaming. By the way, you will need to restart the computer if you want to switch between the two different modes. So moving on to the performance. Our review sample has the top of the line configuration. Intel Core i9-12900H RTX 3080 Ti laptop at 150W max TGP, 35GB of DDR5 4800 memory in dual channel and 2TB of NVMe SSD. This configuration will set you back for a jaw-dropping 16,999 ringgit Malaysia. That is about 17,000 ringgit. So let's see how does it perform. Starting with the CPU. The Intel Core i9-12900H is one of Intel's top-of-the-line laptop CPU built on Alder Lake platform. It has 6 performance cores with hyper-threading and 8 efficiency cores, total up to 20 threads. The base power is 45W and it can turbo up to 115W as long as the cooling is capable of handling the extra heat. This is simply the most powerful laptop CPU we have ever tested, no matter single core or multi-core performance. This is also my first time getting a 10,000 score for the PC Mark X. In other words, it is a huge jump from the 11th gen Core i9-11900H to the 12th gen 12900H. Shifting our focus to the graphics card, the 2022 SCAR 17 have 2 options for you to choose from, either a RTX 3070 Ti or RTX 3080 Ti, the one we have in the studio. Unfortunately, we don't have any past sample with 150W RTX 3080, so we can only compare it with the Predator Triton 500 SE's RTX 3080 at 110W. With the unfair advantage, the 3080 Ti leads the synthetic benchmark as well as gaming performance, especially with the higher FPS when gaming with DLSS turned on. Long story short, the RTX 3080 Ti laptop is the most powerful mobile GPU money can buy, especially the one with 150W TGP. And that brings us to the conclusion why I am discouraging you from buying this particular model. Like I mentioned earlier, ASUS Malaysia is offering the SCAR 17 in 2 different configurations, one with RTX 3080 Ti and 2TB SSD, and another one with RTX 3070 Ti plus 1TB SSD. Both of them shares the same CPU, Core i9-12900H, and the same 32GB of RAM configuration. However, the price gap is almost 6,000 ringgit. 10,999 versus 16,999. I think you understand what I'm trying to say here, right? So if you got extra money to burn for the best out of the best, sure, go ahead, get the highest end model you have here. Otherwise, I would strongly suggest you get the RTX 3070 Ti variant because it is value for the money. With the 3070 Ti running at 150W max TGP, you are not sacrificing a lot on performance, yet capable of utilizing the most out of the chip itself. Can you see this thing? This is a 280W power brick. yeah, just to fit the power hungry Core i9, which is 115 watt, and the GPU at 150 watt. So basically you are left with 15 watt of headroom for whatever stuff peripherals you're using it. All in all, ASUS has done all the right decisions with the design of the 2022 ROG STRIX SCAR 17. I can easily recommend this to anyone looking for a powerful 17-inch gaming laptop. The cooling has been improved significantly from the last year's model, whereby the CPU and GPU are now pretty well balanced, despite that the GPU side is a little bit pushing to the limit. But hey, I think a balanced thermal performance is still better than an overheated CPU. So that's all I want to share with you, the 2022 ROG STRIX SCAR 17. What do you think about this laptop? You can leave all your comments down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.